Alright, this is Francisco Perez. Welcome to another educational lesson. I want to thank everybody for coming to my channel. Appreciate all the interest in history, because if you don't know who you are, you cannot become. You're destined to be. Sorry, I live right next to the freeway. I want to thank everybody. I know for the women, it's gonna seem like I'm attacking you. I apologize, because that's not what I'm trying to do. But I have to bring out this information about my mother's people. It doesn't go against every woman, and it's not my purpose. The purpose is to show that united, the family can achieve much more. But once we start going against the natural forces and going against what is natural, then problems occur. And all I'm saying is that let's try and do the natural thing, and let's try and make sense of things and see the natural in them. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to go into the Bible, and I'm going to show you. We're going to go in the book of Judges, and I'm going to show you how this shit is all perversion, and you've been sitting right here the whole time in the old world, living around old world stuff, doing old world things, not realizing that your history and your culture is calling out to you from all around you. So here we go. Shalom. Love all my people. Women, love you guys. Alright, everybody know me. I love women. I love my women. I love my mother. I treat my mother and my grandmother, all my elder ladies, and not with respect. Because that's how you should be treated, with respect. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to be reading from the Bible, but I will be switching the screen on different screens so that you can see just different information. Alright, I'm not going to read. You can read all this on your own. I'm just going to be reading from the Bible. But just look at this. I'll read this and then we'll continue going. The theory of Phoenician discovery of America suggests that the earliest Old World contact with the Americas was not with Columbus or the Viking Norse settlers, but what we sometimes dub Phoenicians, or alternatively other, what they truly are, Semitic peoples. What are Semitic peoples? This is Semitic peoples. This is what they found in America. This is who inhabited America. Also, there were other types that this is what they drew the majority of. like just like in Polynesia or in Hawaii. Okay, let's get it. The Book of Judges. Today I'll be reading out of the King James Version. Alright. Now, after the death of Joshua, who is also called Hoshea, who in Chinese folklore is also Hoshen. There was no J in that time, so it's most likely was Yeshua, and that's where we get this whole Yeshua. Okay? The death of Joshua came to pass that the children of Israel asked the Lord, saying, who shall go up for us against the Canaanites? Who shall go up against the Canaanites first to fight them? Chapter 1 verse 2. And the Lord said, Judah shall go up. Behold, I have delivered the land into his hand. Verse 3. And Judah said unto Simeon his brother, come up with me into my lot, that we may fight against the Canaanites. And I likewise will go with thee into thy lot. So Simeon went with him. And Judah went up, and the Lord delivered the Canaanites and the Perizzites and into their hand, and they slew of them in Bezek 10,000 men. And they found Adonai-Bezek in Bezek, and they fought against him, and they slew the Canaanites and the Perizzites. But Adoni-Bezek fled, and they pursued after him, and caught him, and cut off his thumbs and his great toes. And Adoni-Bezek said, 70 kings, having their thumbs and their great toes cut off, gathered their meat under my table, as I have done. So God had required it to me. Requited me, and they brought him to Jerusalem, and there he died. Verse 8. Now the children of Judah had fought against Jerusalem, and had taken it, and smitten it with the edge of the sword, and set the city on fire. And afterwards the children of Judah went down to fight against the Canaanites, that dwelt in the mountain, and in the south, and in the valley. And Judah went against the Canaanites that dwelt in Hebron. Now the name of Hebron before was called Kirjath Arba, and they slew Shishai, and Heman, and Talmai. Verse 11. And from thence he went against the inhabitants of Debir, and the name of Debir was Kirjath Shepher. And Caleb said, he that smitheth Kirjath Shepher, and taken it, to him will I give Akshah, and my daughter to wife. And Othniel, the son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, took it, and gave him Akshah, his daughter, to wife. And it came to pass, when she came to him, that she moved him to ask of her father a field. And she lighted from off her ass. And Caleb said unto her, what wilt thou? And she said unto him, give me a blessing, for thou hast given me a south land. Give me also springs of water. And Caleb gave her the upper springs and the nether springs. Now, where is the land of spring waters everywhere? rivers and valleys. Is it the Middle East? Or is it America? And the children of Kenite, Moses' father-in-law, verse 16, went up out of the city of palm trees. Went up out of the city of palm trees with the children of Judah into the wilderness of Judah, which layeth in the south of Arad, and they went and dwelt among the people. Palm Tree, Ohio, from Texas all the way up the Four Corners region, the Utah, Ohio area. Palm trees everywhere. Texas is littered with palm trees. This is what they're talking about. The west coast of America. Alright. And Judah, and verse 16, chapter 1. And Judah went with Simeon, his brother, and they slew the Canaanites that inhabited Zephath, and utterly destroyed it. And the name of the city was called Hormah. Also, verse 18. Also, Judah took Gaza with the coast thereof, and Ascalon with the coast thereof, and Escon with the coast thereof. And the Lord was with Judah, the coast. And he drave out the inhabitants of the mountain, but could not drive out the inhabitants of the valley, because they had chariots of iron. They had chariots of iron. Oh, but they didn't have iron. They never had iron over there. What are you talking about, dude? No iron, dude. No iron. The chariots of iron. Ooh. Forgive me, higher. Ooh, what you doing? That's not the one I like. Caramba. Oh, I know. You guys hate me. Sorry, they've been doing the myth. I've been trying to get this out for 2 days, and this is every time the same stuff. Because they had chariots of iron. Chariots of iron. And they gave Hebron unto Caleb, as Moses said. And he expelled thence and the 3 sons of Anak. And the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites. Did not drive out the Jebusites that inhabited Jerusalem. But the Jebusites dwell with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem until this day. Jebusites, Jebusi, American Manasseh. America is not Manasseh. Oh, the Jebusites. Oh, the Jebusites. Jebusites. Is it a myth? Is the presence in North America? Or is it? I know Wayne May has something to say about that. And the house of Joseph. And the house of Joseph. And the house of Joseph. They also went up against Bethel, and the Lord was with them. See how they try to perpetrate? Because Joseph was my color. Joseph was mahogany. Deep mahogany, like my skin color is. And then, but if you don't get the adequate amount of light, you don't go out in the sun, you don't eat avocados and stuff that give you cholesterol so that the sun can convert the cholesterol into your vitamins, you can come a lighter skin, a lighter brown, and you have a red tinge in your hair. So it's just not an east-south thing. We had red tinge in our hair in some of the tribes of Israel and Judah. And we had this natural hair that just grew like a fucking mushroom. I turn around, my hair looks just like that. If I don't brush my hair, it's gonna look like fine little tight dreads. If not, it just looks like fine little spirals. A mushroom top. Don't let them fool you, brothers. And the house of Joseph sent to describe Bethel. Now the name of the city before was Luz. The name of the city before was Luz. Oh, they got rid of that. Okay, alright, it's fine. I got it. I know. And the house of Joseph sent to describe Bethel. Now the name of the city before was Luz. Now, dating the bones have determined that Lucia, Luz, her name pays homage to the famous African fossil Lucy, is the most ancient known American fossil. Her name is Luzia. It's too freaking easier. Likens Luzia to Africans and Australasians. So Australasians, what do they call Polynesians? Asians. I didn't realize until later, but it meant Afro-Asians. Brazilian anthropologists proposed that Luzia traveled across the Bering Strait. Luzia. And the house of Joseph sent to describe Bethel. Now the name of the city before was Luz. Verse 24. And the spies saw a man come forth out of the city. And they said unto him, Show us, we pray thee, the entrance into the city, and we will show thee mercy. And when he showed them the entrance into the city, they smote the city with the edge of the sword. But they let go the man and all his family. And the man went into the land of the Hittites. Into the land of the Hittites. They destroyed that one too. Alright. In the land of the Hittites, and built a city and called the name thereof Luz, which is the name thereof until this day. Luz. What is the first American, the oldest American? What is her name? Luzia. Oh man, this is crazy. Crazy. Alright, let's see what these Hittites look like. Hey, forget these new pictures. That's up bottom. That's all fake. This is what they look like. Oh, y'all crazy, man. easy, man. Don't be silly. Show the people. Don't cry. Dry your eye. So this is what Hittites really look like. Woo! See the European Asianesque look. The Asianesque. No hair on the face. No hair on the face. Look. You see that? Native Americans. Hey Right? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Huh? It's the same people. And the man went into the land of the Hittites and built a city and called the name thereof Luz, which is the name thereof until this day. Verse 27. Neither did Manasseh drive out the inhabitants of Beth Shean and her towns, Hittites in America, nor Tanakh and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Dor and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Ablim and her towns, nor the inhabitants of Megiddo and her towns, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. And it came to pass, when Israel was strong, that they put the Canaanites to tribute, and did not utterly drive them out. Neither did Ephraim drive out the Canaanites that dwelt in Gezer, but the Canaanites dwelt in Gezer among them. Neither did Zebulun drive out the inhabitants of Kitron, nor the inhabitants of Nahal, but the Canaanites dwelt among them and became tributaries and learned everything from them. Hiya, 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 hiya. Even the name of the Creator. Neither did Asher drive out the inhabitants of Akko, nor the inhabitants of Zidon, nor of Alab, nor of Akzib, nor of Hilbah, nor of Afik, nor of Rehob. Verse 32. But the Asherites dwell among the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land. Nevertheless, the inhabitants of Beth Shemesh and Beth Anath became tributaries unto them. And the Amorites forced the children of Dan into the mountain, for they would not suffer them to come down to the valley. But the Amorites would dwell in Mount Hades, in Aijalon and Shalbim. Yet the hand of the house of Joseph prevailed, so that they became tributaries. And the coast of Amorites was from the going up to Akrabim, from the rock and upward. And an angel of the Lord came up from Gilgal to Bocham and said, I made you go up out of Egypt, and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. And ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of this land. Ye shall throw down their altars. But ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? Wherefore I also said, I would not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your sides, and their God shall be a snare unto you. And it came to pass. This is a warning, and I will explain this in a second. You guys look at this writing, is entirely wrong. And it came to pass, chapter 2, verse 3, when the angel of the Lord spake these words unto all the children of Israel, that the people lifted up their voice and wept. Why? Why? And they called the name of that place Bokim. Oh, they want to get crazy. And Bokim is a translation is weepers, because I have the teaching edition, so I have this is translation is weepers. And they called the name of that place Weepers, and they sacrificed there unto the Lord. And when Joshua had let the people go, the children of Israel went every man unto his inheritance to possess the land. And the people served the Lord all the days of Joshua, and all the days of the elders that outlived Joshua, who had seen all the great works of the Lord that he did for Israel. So everybody who was there witnessed the greatness of our people, did not stray from the Creator. But as soon as the generations who did not see it and who was not taught it properly, they did not care for the Creator. They said, we are Egyptians. They said, no, we are Hindu. We are everything else. We are Mother Earth, Mother Goddess, God of Heaven. Oh, no, we are Baal. We are the Bull. We are Heru. We are Osiris. All them all. Okay, where And Joshua the son of Nun, the servant of the Lord, died, being 110 years old. Chapter 2, verse 9. And they buried him in the border of his inheritance, in Timnath-Heres, in the mount of Ephraim, on the north side of Hilgash. And also all the generations that were gathered unto their fathers. And there arose another generation after them, which knew not the Lord, nor yet the works which he had done for Israel. And the children of Israel did evil in his sight. Of the Lord, and served Baalim. And they forsook the Lord God of their fathers, which brought them out of the land of Egypt, and followed other gods of the people that were round about them, and bowed themselves unto them, and provoked the Lord to anger. If you learn history, you'll see we worship the Creator, then we worship the elementals, then we worship our forefathers as gods. We started creating gods out of men, We became gods. We worshipped ourselves. And they forsook the Lord and served Baal and Asheroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And he delivered them into the hands of spoilers that spoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemy round about, so they could not anger the Lord before their enemies. Today, this is the problem. They say, oh, if your Lord loved you, why did he sell you into slavery? Why did he sell you to the spoilers and spoil them? And why did he give you in the hand of your enemies around about you? But really, did he give it to you? When you was say you're a guy. Come on, I'm gonna make this clear as can be. When you're a teenager, when you're a young man, and you meet another man, and that man is interesting, he's fun, yet he gets into a lot of trouble. He does a lot of stuff that's not maybe legal, and it's not good to do. You get sucked into this behavior. Your parents tell you, don't associate with that person, because that person is gonna get you into trouble. This will happen to you if you continue to behave this way and associate with these people. These things will guarantee happen to you if you continue to do these things with these people and follow these people, right? And what do you say? Nah, I got this. Nah, you don't know. Nah, I like that. That's my friend. That's my friend, man. And then what? And what? You get into trouble, right? You get into trouble, some shit happens. You now say, oh, I hate you, Mom. I hate you, Dad. Look, it happened. I went and did this with this person. I followed this person, and this happened. So it's all your fault, because you knew, because you understood the workings, the vibrations, the frequencies. And you knew when you went out of line, when you went off of the frequency and you ran with that pitch, that you will eventually fall short of your goals and things arise. And he said, don't do it. He never said, I'm gonna strike you. People think he's up in the sky saying, I strike you, I strike you, I strike you, I strike you. That's not what he's doing. He's trying to tell us, he's trying to show us that that stuff is not for you. There's effects that happens that it's out of your control. That's only put there to trip you up. You can find all of that without going that route. I'm just showing you and telling you have free will. That's why you know we have free will, because he let us choose if we want to follow these things and get tripped up, or if we want to stay true to the natural way, to nature, to our Creator, and flourish. He didn't say, oh, if you don't worship me, then fuck you, I'm gonna ruin you. He said, when you worship other than me, those things pervert your mind and your spirit, and they work into every crevice of you to rot your soul, to rot you at your core. That's what he said. We think, oh, he did all this to us. Yeah, we did this to ourselves, huh? When we get older, we blame our parents and say, look what you did. Look what you did. They guided us maybe wrong, or gave us the wrong foods, but we ultimately made the decisions, and we did the acts in our life that created the life for us. So even though could have been better guided, ultimately it's our fault, not our parents' fault for our lives. For our decisions, I mean. For our choices that we make. The choices that we make was our fault. Yes, we could have been guided better, but they had the same tactic and military tactic done to them. Psychological behaviors pushed on them. Chapter 2, verse 15. Whithersoever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for evil. And the Lord has said, and as the Lord has sworn unto them, that they were greatly distressed. So he's saying that I swore that doing that stuff and following that people is going to give you distress. But it's trying to seem like as if he's watching everybody and saying, oh, bam, shoot that motherfucker. But he's trying to warn you that if you put your hand in the fire, you're going to get burnt. Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges, which delivered them out of the hands of those that spoiled them. So you cannot see, this is the confusion. He's saying, don't follow those bad people, because bad shit's gonna happen to you. And because he loves you so much, and just to prove that he's not over there setting you up, striking you down in every access, every chance he gets, that even though you acted a fool and spit in his face and said, I don't ever want to fucking see you, Mom. I don't want to see you, Dad. You ain't shit. I hate you. I hate you. Even though you said that, he said, nevertheless, the Lord, me, high, will raise up judges, and I will have them save you, my people. They will deliver you out of the hands of the spoils because of your choices. Just not him. He's fighting the whole time to wake you up. Tell you, stop that. It's not over. I never gave up on you. The covenant is forever. I never gave up on you. I'm still trying to lead you to the water, lead you to the pastures. And yet, they would not hearken unto their judges, but they went a-whoring after other gods, and bowed themselves unto them. They turned quickly out of the way which their fathers walked in, obeying the commandments of the Lord. But they did not so. What is so grievous? What is so grievous about following the commandments? I mean, let's just see what the commandments consist of. I mean, I understand that history has added and subtracted, but let's just see the basis of what the commandments contain. Okay? So that everybody's clear. Because we've been so confused. We don't know nothing anymore. The 10 Commandments. Commandment 1. I am. Idolizing am. Looking am. It's H 1961. Means higher. Higher. The Lord your God. You shall worship the Lord your God, and him only shall you serve. Second commandment. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Third commandment. Remember to keep holy the Sabbath day. Sabbath day is Saturday. Yet Saturday is our most busiest day. So the most busiest day is the holy day where we're not supposed to do those things. See, we're all praying to Jesus and saying, why isn't our life changing? Yet we're not following the commandments, and we're not calling on the Creator. We're calling on the sons of the Creator, which is the other gods. Honor your father and your mother. How many of us honor our father and mother? As much as we should. If you do, how much do you honor them? Really? These are easy things. Honor your mother and father. Oh, I hate the Hebrews. I don't want to honor my mother and father. You shall not kill. Oh, these Hebrews and their laws, no killing. Oh, we love killing and taking land. You shall not commit adultery. Oh, don't just step out on with any girl on your wife. If you want another girl, then marry the girl. Have 2 wives if you can. If you can't do that with your family's church. But if not, then try to make things happier with your married life, and try to find yourself and try to learn to be better for her, so that your relationship can prosper. You shall not steal. How much of my people steal? I stole. And nowadays I talk to everybody, stealing ain't shit to them. That ain't a thing. Just gotta survive. And I try to tell them that it's just riding away your spirit. You're tarnishing your soul. You're changing every day because of the stuff we do. And it's just the first 10 commandments. There's 600 of them. You should not bear false witness. So don't tell lies. Why are my commandments so grievous? You should not tell a lie. You should not steal. You should not kill. Commandment 9. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. Don't have sex with somebody else's wife. Yet this is a trophy. Oh, if I had sex with the wife, and or the daughter or the mother, all these things are trophies in our system. It's promoted. Yeah, high five, slap on the ass, and a promotion. For real. I talk about history, everybody just like off with his head. But if I talk about some time and some experiences I had in my history, we're beautiful people. So I start talking about stories of my history, and everybody want to listen. Everybody want to gather around. Come on, let's listen. I just shake my head because that's the mentality of our people now, because we've been educated by our oppressor. You shall not covet your neighbor's goods, meaning don't go and get your neighbor's stuff. Don't go in your neighbor's house and say, this is my house. Don't go in your neighbor's land and say, this is my land. Or this is America now. This is, you know what I mean? No, this is Hawaii. Alright. Chapter 2, verse 18. And when the Lord raised them up judges, then the Lord was with the judge, and delivered them out of the hand of the enemies all the days of the judge. So every time they say, Jesus is coming back, Jesus is going to come back. But every time you read in the Old Testament, it's the Creator. He is the Savior. He is your only Savior, and He comes back. It says that He came with the judges. For it is repented, the Lord, because of their groaning by reason of them that oppressed them and vexed them. And it came to pass when the judge was dead, and they returned and corrupted themselves more than their fathers. So they was free. The Creator came with the judges, freed the people. Then when they died and their sons was alive, they were even more abominable than their fathers. Just like today, we're more abominable than our fathers. And our fathers was wild. And the following other gods to serve them. We love other gods. And to bow down unto them. They cease not from their own doings, nor from their stubborn way. We're stubborn and stiff-necked. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And He said, because that this people has transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not hearkened unto my voice. So He's like, How much times I gotta warn you? You go through the same thing. It's like a people of amnesia. You go through the same thing over and over again. When will you learn? When will we see a righteous breed, a righteous generation, a righteous seed? I also will not henceforth drive out any from before them of the nations which Joshua left when he died. So he was like, I'm not gonna strike you with a lightning bolt like y'all been led to believe. But you know what? I ain't gonna lift my finger anymore to move them out of your land. Now they for real gonna be thorns in your side. Chapter 2, verse 22. That through them I may prove Israel, whether they will keep the way of the Lord to walk therein as their fathers did keep it, or not. Therefore the Lord left those nations without driving them out hastily, neither delivered he them into the hand of Joshua. Chapter 3. Now these are the nations which the Lord left to prove Israel by them, even as many of Israel as had not known all the wars of Canaan, only that the generation of the children of Israel might know, to teach them war, at the least such as before knew nothing thereof, namely 5 lords of the Philistines, and all the Canaanites, and the Sidonians, and the Hivites, that dwell in Mount Lebanon, from Mount Baal Hermon unto the entering of Hamath. And they were to prove Israel by them, to know whether they would hearken unto the commandments of the Lord, which he commanded their fathers by the hand of Moses. And the children of Israel dwelt among the Canaanites, Hittites, and Amorites, and Perizzites, and Hivites.